Whew. So last week's video was at the lakes, and now sat on Dartmoor, and it's January. So we left Scotland, then we were in the lakes for a few days, and then we left the lakes, and then we headed back to Devon. So we did that at the end of October. We arrived back in Devon on the 1st of November. I started work on the 2nd of November. I think Emma did as well, or the 3rd. I literally phoned up a company. It was just a factory job. Like, I phoned up the company that day, the next day I was working, which was amazing. So I spent November, December, and I finished the first week of January working 12-hour shifts in a factory at night. So all I did for those 2 months was work and sleep, literally. But those 2 months have generated me enough income now to travel for the rest of the year. Who knew factories paid so good, and you get like good bonuses for actually turning up to work. Amazing. So I think that might be a plan for like every year, just to work 2 months in a factory just to keep the income to be able to travel. So yeah, I'm sat on Dartmoor right now. Let me just show you the amazing view. I just cycled up here. So yeah, I finished work last week, and then I spent a week not filming, just doing stuff. I've been out riding, I've been out surfing, been out hiking, just enjoying some me time, which was really, really nice, with no camera, obviously a phone. So here's a few clips of that. Go.
And right at the very bottom. When I shout right. Not here. I'm catching you up. Go right, go right, go right. Nearly had me come off the bike there. You alright? You alright? Keep going. Go. Whee! Epic.
So today, as you can see, I've got a bike. After my 2 sessions in Scotland on a bike, I actually quite enjoyed it. So Emma found me this bike on a mountain bike group on Facebook for a sale. So that was my little Christmas present to myself. Yeah, so Emma's at work today. She's given me this map. So I'm following this map, and hopefully I'll get it right. If not, I'm sure I'll find my way. But yeah, absolutely stunning today. Like, so warm. It's January. The last couple of days have been absolutely amazing. Next couple of days are meant to be amazing as well. So this video, I just wanted to catch up with you all and explain my options going forward. The first option is to hang around Devon February, March. I've got a couple of things booked in February already, and so February, March in the southwest. So February, March in the southwest. Do I get another job for 2 months, or do I just explore a little bit for 2 months? I don't know what to do. I'm not quite sure, because I don't know. I can't make up my mind. I can't make up my mind if I want to do another 2 months of full-on work, or just have some me time. So I'm going to be deciding that this week. It's probably not going to help my decision making, because it's such a glorious week, and I'm going to be like, let me think whether I want to work in a factory for 2 months or be out in this. But then probably it'll be raining by the time it comes to next week. But it's quite a good idea, actually, to use the winter to work, because I hate the winter, especially when it's like horrible weather, and in the vans, horrible weather and wet stuff. It's just so annoying. But yeah, I've got some decisions to make. Can't remember what I wanted to talk about in this video. Anyway, I'm gonna go and eat my lunch. Like, it's a lentil cottage pie thing. It's amazing. It's so good. It might not look amazing because I just shoved it in the pot, but it's lush. That's my bike. Don't ask me any questions on it because I have no idea. I was like, Emma, find me a bike that I need. I have no idea. The only thing it doesn't do is it's not electric like hers, so she has to push me up the hills. That's why my face is probably so red, because I've just attempted to ride up a hill. Attempted means I failed. I did push. But the fun bit is in a minute, downhill. Anyway, I'm going to enjoy my lunch. This view. And yeah, catch you in a bit. So I literally just remembered what I wanted to talk about in this video, and it was about the work thing. So the work thing I did, I literally was just printing photos for 12 hours straight. So when you order off those, like, I don't know what they're called, Snap whatever, or free prints or whatever, the photos come through the system, and I literally have to stand by a printer and print them, print them in batches to the order sheets. So yeah, when you're printing your photos, there is a human on the other side of them that can see them. Some interesting photos, let's just put it that way, that come through. But when I quit when I sold up everything, my business, my house, all of that stuff, my biggest fear was having to go back to work, and not just back to work for someone else, and not because of an ego thing or anything like that. It was going back to work for somebody else would have meant that I failed. In my head, I had it set up that if I had to go back to go to work for someone else, I would have failed. Failed on what, I have no idea, but that was just the way I thought of it. So the whole last 6-7 years that I've been travelling and adventuring and not had a job and scrimped off savings, in the back of my head I've always worried about what will happen when the money runs out. And when I was in Scotland and I had 70 quid left in my bank, I can't tell you, like, I remember chatting to my brother and I was like, I've got 70 quid left in my bank and I'm literally like the happiest I've ever been. And I just couldn't describe it. Like, I didn't worry about like the money. I was just so like content. I had everything I needed with me. And yeah, there's a million things that could have gone wrong. The van could have gone wrong, like the vets with Max and all of that stuff. And I am really, really lucky because I do have an amazing support network around me, like my friends and my family. Like, I have keys to most of my mates' houses. Like, that's how lucky I am. Like, they're always like, oh, if you're coming by, drop in, you can do some washing, you can have a bath. And I've always got bases back home with my family, and I'm so grateful for that. But yeah, that fear that was with me for that long, like for those 7 years of failing by having to go and get a job, it really like put pressure on me when really didn't need to. Like, going and having that job, like for 2 months, 3 months, I could probably work there for 6 months and be happy, because it's working towards something that is a bigger picture. And I don't know why I put so much pressure on myself about it. Like, I ran out of money, I got a job, I now have some money, I can travel again. Like, that was my biggest fear, and it happened, and it was nothing. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're worried about something, or if you're fearful of something, just do it anyway, because there's always going to be an answer. And my answer was just to go and get a job and then get back on the road again as soon as possible. I just can't believe I worried about it for that long. Like, in the back of my head it was always there when it didn't need to be. Anyway, I'm rambling on. I'm going to go through that gate, which I think is on the map, and see if it leads me to the reservoir. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you, because I get messages from people saying, oh, you're so brave, you do this, you do that. I'm not brave. I literally just throw myself into things and hope for the best. I worry about things all the time. Like, even with the swimming, I'm scared. I'm scared of going in the sea. I'm scared of like swimming in places where I can feel things on my feet and on my legs. Like, ask Emma, like, the amount of times we were in the sea in Scotland and I was freaking out because the seaweed or a sea